These mistakes can cost people tens of thousands of dollars, even sometimes their entire fleet of cars. What's up? It's Sevi with Fleet Profit Academy, and on today's video, I'm going to be discussing the biggest mistakes that new car rental owners do that I do not want somebody else to make. Now, you're watching this because one, you're probably interested in starting up your own car rental fleet in your city, or two, you might have a fleet already, but you're just looking to get more information to build your business. Now, I've been in the car rental industry for years and I've seen people come and go like no tomorrow. Why? Because they're making rookie mistakes that they shouldn't be making. But I'm gonna be honest, it's business, it happens, some people come and go. But I wanna show you guys things that I leverage to stay in business and things that I even teach other people so that they can make good amounts of money, but also keep their ass in business. First off, number one, buying the wrong car. Look, you do not want to get a car for your rental fleet just because you like it or because it's your dream car or because you think it's going to do good. No, that's doing it the wrong way. Do not do that. When you're getting cars, okay, you need to do market research. See how well this car does in your market. How can you do that? You guys can go on sites like Turo, okay? Turo is a car sharing platform that lists cars. You can see what cars they're renting out. Look up other private rental companies in your city and see what cars that they have that are doing pretty well for them. Or you guys can also just go ahead and analyze your city, okay? You know your city like none other. What cars do you see often? What area are you in? Is it more so rural? Is it more suburbs? Is it a lot of grass around, off-roading? Is it more a lot of streets? Things like that so you can depict, okay, people might like Jeeps here a lot more, or people might want luxury cars here, or people might want just simple economic vehicles. You need to scan your market, okay? Do not buy the wrong car. I see it all the time. People just go ahead and get a car that's their dream car. They'll be like, oh, I want a Honda S2000. I'm gonna get this car. I'm gonna make it rent out, make some money with it. That's my dream car too, so I get to drive it for free. I get the concept. And yes, you can still drive cars for free. I do teach you how to do that. But listen, if that car is not popular when it comes to rentals, if it's not in high demand, you won't make money on it. So this is what you're better off doing. Get some cars that are in high demand, okay? Get a few of them, rent those cars out. Now the profit you make from that, you can take some of that and go pay for your dream car. I think that sounds a little better, right? That car that might not rent out because it's such a specific vehicle to you. Take that money you make from the rentals that are in demand, now cash out on your dream car. I think that sounds a lot more reasonable, right? Two, renting to anyone. Oh my goodness. Listen, you need to vet your clients. If you're new to the business, please, this is something you do not want to miss. Or if you didn't get your first car yet, I'm glad you're watching this video because I'm about to save your life. Do not rent to customers just off a whim. Okay, vet your customers. What does that mean? Screen them, background checks, analyze them, see if they're qualified to even rent. Okay, there's situations where people would just rent to somebody just because they have a lot of followers on Instagram or because they have clout in their city or whatever the case is. That doesn't equate to a good person, okay? I've actually found that the celebrities that rent for me or the people with tons of clout tend to actually be some of the worst customers, especially rappers, right? So please factor in, you need to vet out your customers, okay? So how do you do that? You guys can use like White Pages, it's free, or you can do the paid version, get a background check. You can use Intellius as well, so you can get a check on these people, just to kind of name a few, but vet them, okay? And one of the biggest screening factors that I think is very important, and it's super simple and it's free, is just social media, okay? Look at their page. Do they seem reasonable? Do they seem, that do they seem like they even care for themselves, right? If somebody looks like they don't care for themselves and they're not going to care for your rental, they're going to dog your rental, okay? So vet your customers. If you see any red flags, make sure you pay attention to those and do not give the customer your car, because the last thing I want for you is somebody to just steal your car, total it, or you get into a situation that you could have completely avoided, all right? Three, not having an insurance plan. Listen, okay? Yes, you're in the business of car rentals, but you're also in the business of risk mitigation. All right. So look, when you're renting out these cars, okay, you need to always think, all right, am I protected if this car gets crashed? Okay, guys, I've had instances where somebody will rent my car for me. I'd hand them the key. 5 minutes later, I get a call. Yo, the car crashed. How? It happens, yo. It literally, you're gonna see, you see the craziest stuff, but it's not about what happens, it's about how you deal with it, okay? So you want to always have an insurance plan because look, accidents can actually put people out of business if they don't understand how to take care of them. So Always make sure that your customers are insured before they even rent your car. So in the case of them getting into an accident or whatever the case is, their insurance covers the car, not your insurance. Okay, you can tell them to get a third party insurance. They can use their own insurance. However it is, make sure that the customer has an insurance policy while they're renting your car. So in the case of an accident, you can go ahead and file a claim and get your car paid out. Okay, or if the customer is a good customer and they're, they stand on business, and if they're willing to pay out of pocket for the damages, then hey, kudos to them. But please always have an insurance plan every time you rent out your cars. Do not rent out cars without no insurance, because then that's just a death trap. That car gets crashed, now what? You're gonna file a claim on your policy. Now it's one or two things are gonna happen. You're either gonna get dropped, or your freaking premium is gonna raise to the point where you're not even gonna want insurance no more. So please factor that in. Number 4, no exit strategy. Listen, and this is big, okay? I know you guys may see the hype. You guys may see, man, car rentals, this business, that business, and you see the money. Let me tell you something from somebody that's firsthand in this business. Yes, you can make a lot of money with car rentals. I will say that to you firsthand. But always have an exit strategy no matter what, okay? Because you need to always think ahead. So, it's a quick example. Let's say you get your first car on your fleet, and let's say that first car happens to be a Mercedes C300. Okay, factor in how much that car cost, factor in the depreciation on that car, factor in the mileage. Okay, so now you understand. Okay, when I get rid of this car, potentially, how much would it be worth? 10,000 miles later, 20,000 miles later, 1 year later, 2 years later. Always have an exit strategy for your vehicles, just so if you need to get out of them, you can get out of them and not take a major loss. If anything, not take a loss at all. So always have an exit strategy for every single vehicle that you add on to your fleet. Number 5, contracts, contracts, contracts. You want to have contracts. Do not do this business nilly willy. Look, you're not in high school no more. You're not just selling candy in the hallway. Like, no, we're not in school. Listen, you want to go ahead and have contracts for every single customer. So every single booking, every single client, every single reservation, have them sign a contract, okay? A rental agreement stating that they agree to rent the vehicle from you, that, they take full liability of any damages, they understand a security deposit, okay? You have all your rules in there. Everything that you need to protect yourselves on that contract, make sure the customer signs it. This will protect you from any, legality issues, whatever the case is. You need to have something on paper stating that this customer is renting from you, okay? And you are willingly giving the customer this car. Have a contract, guys. Contracts are very important in business because, look, without a contract, you're not legally binding anything. And if something happens, you could potentially be screwed badly. Okay, so make sure you guys have contracts, an ironclad contract, a strong one. Have it looked over by an attorney. I have contracts myself. If you want my contracts, I'll link in the description, like all my stuff. You guys can go ahead and take a look at it. But listen, have these things. Now, I'm giving you guys this sauce because, like I said, I've been in this industry for years. I've been a business coach for years. And the worst thing that I typically see is somebody who has great potential and it's just flawed because they don't have the right systems, okay? And it's not hard, guys. YouTube University. Look, you guys are learning from this free video right here how to start your own car owner business, or if you already have one already, you're learning how to scale it and protect it. So listen, videos like this is what's going to take you to the next level, okay? Learn these things. I know it was probably hard for you to even find this video. I know I'm not a big creator or anything like that yet. But listen, you found me. So take this information. I'm giving a lot of free game. I do this every single day. You can see me on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. I'm on YouTube. I give out a lot of game, okay? I have a coaching program as well where I do one-on-one with students and I help them build their business side by side. Listen, the information I'm giving you is going to allow for you to be successful and protected, okay? You don't want to just make tons of money and then you lose it all because you didn't understand insurance, you didn't have a contract, you didn't have exit strategy, you bought the wrong cars. You need to plan ahead, okay? Like I said, yes, you can make a lot of money in this business, but please do it right. So if you want to see more videos like this, more free game, just go ahead and drop a like, okay? And subscribe and comment because that will definitely encourage me to give you guys more sauce like this. But if you want to learn from me hands-on, guys, I do have a coaching program, okay, Fleet Profit Academy, where I literally have hundreds of people in my community that learn from me. And, hey, they network together, which is pretty dope. Like people from all different states, even different countries. come together, they help each other out with the car rental business and even other stuff. So it's dope. I have a free community. Just go ahead and look in my description. I will link everything in there. But if you want to learn from me one-on-one, that will also be in my description as well. I will see you guys at the top because the bottom is way too crowded, and we're never looking down on anyone unless we're willing to pick them up. I see y'all on the next video. Let's go.